This Starbucks style vanilla sweet cream cold foam takes just 3 everyday ingredients and 45 seconds to whip up. And hey, you don't even need a frother. I'll show you how to keep your iced coffees looking and tasting better than a coffee shop. So let's get started. We're going to kick this off with a half cup of heavy cream. You can also find it under its other marketing name, heavy whipping cream. They both are the exact same product. They're usually sold in bottles like this or small cardboard milk containers. You can usually find it in the dairy section. When you have your half cup ready, go ahead and add it to your mixing container. As you can see, I'm using a standard 16-ounce cocktail shaker. You can find them on Amazon for under $10. You can also find mini-sized milk frothers fairly cheaply, but I like to keep it simple. A mason jar with a lid also works great, and it's even easier to find. If you're wondering why the shaker has frost on the outside, stay till the end and I'll explain in my bonus tip. Once you have the half cup of heavy cream added in, it's time for the next ingredient. And that's a 1/4 cup of milk. I recommend using 2% milk, but you can also use non-dairy options like oat milk. When you have your 1/4 cup of milk ready, add it to the heavy cream and we're ready for the next ingredient. And the next ingredient is one of my favorites. And that's vanilla syrup. We'll need 1 tablespoon of vanilla syrup for this vanilla sweet cream cold foam. This is the premium vanilla syrup we sell in small batches on our Lone Goose Bakery website. You can actually see the natural vanilla caviar in the syrup. Just remember, no matter what vanilla syrup you use, make sure it's high quality. When you have your 1 tablespoon of vanilla syrup ready, add it to the other ingredients and we'll move on to the next step. This vanilla cold foam is currently great as is, but if you want to add a bit of extra flavor, you can add a pinch of sea salt as the last ingredient. Now that all the ingredients are added, it's time to froth or shake for 30 seconds. If you have a lid, make sure that it's very secure to avoid a huge mess. Whether you're frothing or shaking, the goal is to have the mixture triple in volume. And while we're shaking for 30 seconds, it's the perfect time for our quick goose fact. Speaking of shaking, did you know that after a dip, geese give a full rapid body shake? They're basically nature's own barista shaker. And now, back to the vanilla cold foam. Once we're done shaking or frothing for 30 seconds, we're ready for the next step. Carefully remove the lid if you have one and inspect the cold foam. It should have increased in volume and it also should look similar to soft serve. If it ends up too thick, blend in a little bit more milk. If it's too thin, keep frothing. I like the way mine turned out, so I added it to a small pitcher. Now the vanilla cold foam is finished and ready to pour over the top of your next beverage. You can also store it sealed in the fridge for up to 3 days and then froth again right before serving. Before we go over our bonus tip, now is a great time to remind you to please subscribe to our channel. As you can see, we're a small channel that's gaining steam and you subscribing really does make a huge difference. And you don't want to miss out on our future videos, so it's a win-win. Okay, now it's finally time for the bonus tip. You might remember the frosted shaker from earlier. The goal is to keep the ingredients and the mixing container as cold as possible. This will help make the optimal cold foam texture. Just make sure the ingredients are chilled and not frozen. Now that you've finished this vanilla cold foam recipe, you need to make an iced drink to use it with. Check out my fun ice shake and espresso recipe and I'll see you there.